Have you ever felt the crushing weight of knowing you're meant for more, yet watched your dreams slip away, year after year? You chase success, you work hard, but it feels like there's an invisible barrier, a silent sabotage that keeps you from breaking through. What if the reason isn't lack of effort, or intelligence, or even opportunity? What if the shocking truth behind why most people fail is staring them right in the face, yet they refuse to see it? Today, we're tearing down that barrier. We're diving deep into the most misunderstood, yet profoundly powerful, principle of all personal achievement and wealth creation, a truth that Napoleon Hill himself revealed to the world. This isn't just theory, this is a radical reframing of how you perceive reality, and it will fundamentally alter the trajectory of your life, your career, and your bank account. Get ready to confront the real reason for failure and unlock the hidden power of your own mind. If you are absolutely committed to ending the cycle of mediocrity and stepping into your true potential, right now, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another breakthrough. And as we begin, I want to ask you a provocative question. If you could truthfully answer why you haven't achieved your biggest dream yet, would you blame external circumstances, or something within yourself? Share your honest thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's uncover the shocking truth. The world is filled with people who possess immense talent, boundless energy, and undeniable ambition. They work tirelessly, they network, they read every book on success, and they strive for every opportunity. Yet, despite all this outward effort, so many remain stuck. They spin their wheels, achieve temporary wins, only to fall back into familiar patterns of struggle, frustration, and ultimately, failure to reach their grandest aspirations. Why? Because they've missed the singular, most critical factor that Napoleon Hill illuminated for generations. The answer is in your visualization. It's not just what you see, but how you see it, and more importantly, what you are allowing yourself to see within the inner sanctuary of your own mind. Most people fail because they are constantly, often unconsciously, visualizing failure. They are seeing lack, limitations, obstacles, and reasons why they can't, far more vividly and consistently than they are seeing abundance, opportunities, solutions, and reasons why they can. This isn't about positive thinking in a superficial sense. It's about the fundamental mechanism by which your subconscious mind operates, and how it translates your dominant thoughts and mental images into your reality. Think about it. Your brain doesn't differentiate between what is vividly imagined and what is actually experienced. When you spend your precious mental energy replaying past mistakes, dwelling on worst-case scenarios, or fearing what might go wrong, your subconscious mind takes those images as instructions. It then diligently works to bring those mental pictures to life. It's like a super powerful computer, tirelessly executing the programming you feed it. If you feed it images of scarcity, debt, struggle, and limitation, what kind of output do you expect? This is precisely where Hill's principles of definiteness of purpose and autosuggestion converge with the power of visualization. It's not enough to merely wish for success. You must create a clear, unshakable mental blueprint of it. Your inability to consistently hold that blueprint, to see it, feel it, and believe it as already existing, is the primary reason why aspirations remain just that, aspirations. Instead of becoming tangible achievements, consider the common patterns of failure: procrastination, indecision, lack of persistence, fear of criticism. All these are symptoms, not root causes. The root cause lies in a fractured or non-existent inner visualization of success. If you truly, deeply saw yourself already achieving your goal, if the picture in your mind was so vivid it felt real, would you procrastinate? Would you be indecisive? Would you lack persistence? No, because the burning desire, fueled by a clear mental image of accomplishment, would compel you into action. Many people fall into the trap of looking outward for validation, for proof, for circumstances to change before they change their inner world. They say, "I'll believe it when I see it." But the truth, the shocking truth that separates the masters from the masses, is, you'll see it when you believe it. And that belief is cultivated by the consistent, deliberate act of internal visualization. You must see the empire in your mind before it can manifest in your reality. Let's take a concrete example. Imagine two individuals who both want to become millionaires. One spends their days consumed by news of economic downturns, complaining about their current income, worrying about bills, and mentally rehearsing conversations about how difficult it is to get ahead. Their inner screen is dominated by images of lack and struggle. The other, however, dedicates time each morning to vividly imagining their financial freedom, seeing their bank accounts, feeling the peace of abundance, envisioning the impact they'll make with their wealth, and consciously affirming their millionaire status. Which individual do you believe is more likely to achieve their goal? The one who consistently feeds their subconscious mind a picture of wealth, or the one who constantly reinforces a picture of scarcity? The answer is obvious, yet so many choose the latter. This isn't about ignoring reality, it's about shaping your perception of reality to align with your highest potential. It's about understanding that your external world is largely a reflection of your internal landscape. If your inner world is dominated by mental images of struggle, failure, or limitation, your external world will inevitably mirror that back to you. This is a fundamental law of the universe, as consistent as gravity. Hill understood this. He knew that the giants of industry he studied, Ford, Edison, Carnegie, weren't just exceptional doers, they were exceptional visualizers. They had a definite chief aim, so clear, so vivid, so emotionally charged in their minds, that it became an absolute obsession. They could see their factories, their inventions, their enterprises thriving long before they materialized. Their inner vision was the blueprint that their tireless efforts then brought into physical form. So, how do you harness this profound power of visualization to escape the failure trap and build your empire? First, you must create a crystal-clear picture of your definite chief aim. This goes beyond a simple statement. What does your success look like? What does it feel like? What sounds accompany it? Engage all your senses. If your goal is financial freedom, see the numbers in your bank account, feel the peace of mind, hear the laughter of your family enjoying the abundance. If it's a specific career achievement, see yourself in that position, feel the pride, hear the applause. Make it so real that your subconscious mind believes it is already happening. Second, you must practice consistent, emotionally charged visualization. This isn't a one-time exercise. Dedicate time every single day, ideally in the quiet hours of the morning, as we discussed in Awaken Your Empire, to immerse yourself in this mental movie of your success. But don't just passively observe it. Feel the emotions. Feel the excitement, the joy, the gratitude, the certainty of accomplishment. It's the emotional charge that truly imprints the image onto your subconscious. Without emotion, it's just a fleeting thought. With emotion, it becomes a powerful command. Third, you must starve the negative visualizations. This is where true discipline comes in. Every time a thought of doubt, fear, or past failure creeps in, consciously replace it with a positive, empowering visualization of your desired outcome. It's a constant mental battle, but one you must win. Just as you wouldn't allow weeds to choke your garden, don't allow negative mental images to choke your dreams. This requires a heightened level of self-awareness and self-control, but it is absolutely essential. Fourth, use affirmations to reinforce your vision. Affirmations are not just empty words, they are verbal commands to your subconscious mind, reinforcing the images you are holding. When you say, "I am a millionaire," or "I am an unstoppable force of innovation," you are strengthening the mental picture of that reality. Combine your affirmations with your visualization for maximum impact. Consider the story of Jim Carrey. Long before his immense fame and wealth, he notoriously wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and dated it for Thanksgiving 1995. He kept that check in his wallet, pulled it out often, and visualized the money. He felt the feeling of having it. By Thanksgiving 1995, he had earned exactly $10 million for Dumb and Dumber. Was it magic? No. It was the power of a definite chief aim coupled with unwavering visualization and burning desire. He saw it first, and then reality conformed to his inner vision. The shocking truth is that most people fail not because they lack the capacity to succeed, but because they lack the discipline to control their inner vision. They are constantly broadcasting images of what they don't want, rather than what they do want. And the subconscious mind, impartial and powerful, simply brings into existence whatever picture is held most dominantly and with the most emotion. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever felt like you're working harder but getting nowhere, it's time to look within. What picture are you consistently painting on the canvas of your mind? Is it a masterpiece of your desires, or a chaotic sketch of your fears? Tell me, what is one specific dream or goal that you've been struggling to manifest? And what specific negative visualization or fear have you been holding on to that might be sabotaging your efforts? Be brutally honest in the comments. By acknowledging it, you take the first step towards dismantling it. This is the foundational understanding. But merely seeing isn't enough. We need to understand the powerful, often hidden, forces that amplify or diminish your visualization, shaping your very reality. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into the emotional and subconscious currents that either propel your visualizations into existence or render them utterly powerless. Stay with me, because the power you hold is far greater than you've been led to believe. This is the foundational understanding. But merely seeing isn't enough. We need to understand the powerful, often hidden, forces that amplify or diminish your visualization, shaping your very reality. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into the emotional and subconscious currents that either propel your visualizations into existence or render them utterly powerless. Stay with me, because the power you hold is far greater than you've been led to believe. A picture in the mind, no matter how clear, is just a static image without the raw, explosive power of emotion to bring it to life. This is the critical missing link for why so many people fail to manifest their desires, even if they diligently practice visualization. They see the goal, they repeat the affirmations, but they forget the feeling. And in the realm of the subconscious mind, feeling is everything. Your subconscious doesn't operate on logic or intellectual understanding. It responds to vibrational frequency, to the energy of your emotions. It is the engine, but emotion is the high-octane fuel that makes it roar to life, propelling your inner vision into your outer reality. Napoleon Hill understood this profound truth better than almost anyone. He didn't just speak of a definite chief aim or auto-suggestion, he constantly hammered home the concept of burning desire. It wasn't enough to simply want something, you had to crave it with an intensity that bordered on obsession, an emotional fervor that consumed your every thought and fueled your every action. This burning desire is the emotional amplifier that transforms a mere mental image into a powerful command to the universe and, crucially, to your own subconscious. Why do most people fail to leverage this emotional power? Because they are unconsciously fueling their visualizations with the wrong emotions. They are dominated by fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, and a pervasive sense of lack. Even as they try to visualize success, a part of them is simultaneously feeling the stress of their current circumstances, the fear of failure, the insecurity of their unachieved goals. And because the subconscious responds to the dominant emotion, it takes these fear-based feelings as the primary instruction, diligently working to manifest more of what you dread, rather than what you desire. Think of your subconscious mind as a vast, fertile field, indifferent to the quality of the seeds you plant. If you plant seeds of fear, worry, and doubt, watered by emotions of anxiety and resignation, it will yield a harvest of limitation and struggle. But if you plant seeds of desire, faith, and certainty, watered by emotions of joy, gratitude, and fierce determination, it will yield a harvest of abundance and success. The choice of what emotions you allow to dominate your inner world, especially during your visualization practice, is the single most important decision you make. Hill often contrasted faith with fear. He identified the 6 basic fears that cripple most people: the fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These fears, when allowed to dominate the mind, create a powerful, negative emotional current that sabotages any attempt at positive visualization. They paint vivid pictures of what could go wrong, of scarcity and suffering, and the subconscious mind, being programmed by these strong emotions, then sets about creating precisely those outcomes. The person who fears poverty is often the one who struggles financially, not because of external circumstances, but because their dominant mental images and emotions are aligned with lack. The invincible individual understands that controlling their emotional state is as vital as controlling their thoughts. They recognize that if their visualization of success is to be effective, it must be imbued with the very emotions they would feel if the success were already a reality. What does financial freedom feel like? Peace, joy, security? What does achieving your definite chief aim feel like? Fulfillment, pride, purpose? These are the emotional frequencies you must cultivate. Most people are emotional prisoners of their past or their present circumstances. They carry the emotional residue of old failures, replaying them, reliving the frustration or disappointment. This creates a deeply ingrained pattern of negative emotional loops that constantly sabotage their future. This is a subtle yet devastating form of negative visualization. They are not just seeing what they don't want, they are feeling what they don't want, thereby powerfully attracting more of it. Your emotional signature is the energetic blueprint you send out to the universe. If your emotional signature is one of anxiety and struggle, you will attract circumstances that match that vibration. If your emotional signature is one of certainty, joy, and abundance, you will attract opportunities and resources that resonate with that. The morning, when your mind is most receptive and your emotional slate is relatively clean, is the prime time to consciously set your emotional signature for the day. Practical steps to fuel your visualization with emotion. First, embrace the as-if principle. This is perhaps the most powerful technique. During your visualization, don't just observe your desired outcome, feel it as if it is already happening right now. If you want to be wealthy, feel the abundance in your body. If you want to be healthy, feel the vibrant energy coursing through your veins. Act, think, and feel as if your definite chief aim is already achieved. This sends an undeniable signal to your subconscious that this is your new reality. Second, start with gratitude to shift your state. Before diving into your desires, spend a few minutes actively feeling gratitude for everything you already have. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational emotions. It instantly shifts your emotional frequency from lack to abundance, from fear to faith. This preps your mind and spirit, making it far easier to infuse your subsequent visualizations with powerful, positive emotion. It's the emotional warm-up before the main event. Third, identify and neutralize fear-based emotions. Become acutely aware of the moments when fear, doubt, or anxiety try to creep in. When you catch yourself visualizing a negative outcome or feeling discouraged, immediately pause. Acknowledge the emotion without judgment. Then, consciously and deliberately, replace that negative image with a positive one, and actively choose to feel an empowering emotion instead. This is mental self-defense, crucial for protecting your inner vision. It's the conscious application of autosuggestion to counteract limiting beliefs. Fourth, use emotional anchors. Choose a specific physical gesture, a word, or even a piece of music that immediately conjures your desired emotional state. For example, clench your fist and say, "Yes," with conviction, while simultaneously visualizing your success and feeling the accompanying emotions. Over time, this anchor will become a powerful trigger, allowing you to instantly access that powerful emotional state whenever you need it. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur who faced relentless setbacks. Every pitch failed, every investor said no, and the debt was mounting. Logic dictated surrender. Fear screamed failure at every turn. Yet, each morning, instead of dwelling on the rejections, she closed her eyes and felt the ecstatic emotion of her product launching successfully, of seeing her customers' lives transformed, of the overwhelming joy of financial freedom. She would physically feel her chest expand with pride and gratitude. Her team, seeing her unwavering emotional conviction despite external circumstances, remained inspired. It wasn't just her vision that compelled them, it was the palpable feeling of success that she radiated. And eventually, through sheer emotional persistence, one no turned into a yes, and her empire began to rise. Her emotional frequency literally attracted the right people and opportunities. The shocking truth about failure is not just about what you see, but what you feel as you see it. Most people are operating with an emotional engine fueled by the very things they wish to avoid. To truly unlock the power of visualization and build your empire, you must learn to master your emotions, to consciously choose faith over fear, and to infuse every mental image of your desires with the burning, unwavering feeling of their absolute certainty. How often do you consciously choose your emotional state, rather than letting circumstances dictate it? What's one emotion you can commit to feeling more intensely when you visualize your success, starting today? Share your emotional commitment in the comments below, and let's create a collective wave of positive energy. We've now uncovered the core truth of visualization and the emotional fuel that powers it. But knowing this isn't enough. An invincible life demands unwavering action, and that action needs a guiding force, a counsel of wisdom. In the next section, we will delve into the profound power of a mastermind alliance, and how leveraging collective intelligence can amplify your visualization and accelerate your journey to success. Don't go anywhere. The blueprint for your empire continues to unfold. We've now uncovered the core truth of visualization and the emotional fuel that powers it. But knowing this isn't enough. An invincible life demands unwavering action, and that action needs a guiding force, a counsel of wisdom. In the next section, we will delve into the profound power of a mastermind alliance, and how leveraging collective intelligence can amplify your visualization and accelerate your journey to success. Don't go anywhere. The blueprint for your empire continues to unfold. You've awakened your inner vision, fueled it with scorching emotion. You understand that what you consistently see and feel within determines what you experience without. But even the greatest individual cannot build an empire alone. The most profound secret of accelerated achievement, a principle so powerful that Napoleon Hill called it the coordinating of knowledge and effort of two or more people, who work toward a definite purpose, in a spirit of harmony, lies in an unseen force, a collective powerhouse that literally multiplies your capacity to manifest. The Mastermind Alliance. Why do most people fail to achieve their grandest visions? Even after mastering personal visualization and emotional control? Because they attempt to climb the mountain of success in isolation. They carry the entire weight of their dreams on their own shoulders, battling every doubt, solving every problem, and generating every idea by themselves. This is not only inefficient, it is a fundamental misunderstanding of how exponential growth truly occurs. Hill revealed that when two or more minds come together in perfect harmony, directed toward a definite chief aim, a third mind is created. This synergistic force, this collective intelligence, becomes a reservoir of insights, solutions, and creative power far greater than the sum of its individual parts. Imagine a single light bulb. It provides illumination. Now imagine two light bulbs. They provide more illumination. But when those two bulbs are combined through a powerful lens, focused and directed, they become a laser beam, a force capable of cutting through steel, of transmitting information across vast distances. That is the power of a mastermind alliance. It's not simply adding efforts, it's multiplying them. It's taking your individual visualization, your burning desire, and amplifying it through the shared energy and belief of others who are equally committed to a definite purpose. How does a mastermind alliance dramatically amplify your visualization and accelerate your journey from aspiration to achievement? First, through clarity by articulation. When you are forced to articulate your definite chief aim, your vision, and your challenges to a group of intelligent, focused individuals, you gain unparalleled clarity. The act of speaking your truth, of defending your vision, of having others ask probing questions, forces you to refine your mental picture, to identify its blind spots, and to strengthen its foundation. What might have been a fuzzy image in your mind becomes crystal clear through the crucible of collective discussion. Second, the mastermind provides belief reinforcement. In your journey, there will be moments of doubt, moments when your own faith wavers. But when you are part of a mastermind alliance, you have others who believe in your vision even when you momentarily struggle to believe in yourself. Their certainty becomes contagious. Their collective faith acts as a powerful energetic shield against the slings and arrows of self-doubt and external criticism. This shared belief powerfully reinforces your individual visualization, imprinting it even deeper onto your subconscious. Third, a mastermind is an unparalleled problem-solving engine. You will inevitably encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable on your own. A challenge that baffles one mind can often be swiftly solved by the collective intelligence of several. Diverse perspectives, varied experiences, and complementary specialized knowledge come together to brainstorm solutions, identify new pathways, and break through apparent impasses. This is where the third mind truly manifests, providing insights that no single individual could access alone. Fourth, the mastermind ensures unwavering accountability. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when you're only accountable to yourself. But knowing that you have committed to a group, that others are relying on you and tracking your progress, provides a powerful external impetus. This external accountability hardwires your discipline, ensuring that you consistently take the necessary actions to move your visualization forward, even when motivation wanes. It's a vital check on procrastination and indecision, two of Hill's most cited causes of failure. Fifth, it opens doors to new ideas, opportunities, and specialized knowledge. Each member of a mastermind brings their unique network, their specialized skills, and their personal insights. What might take you years to learn or discover, or an opportunity you might never stumble upon, can be delivered to you directly through the connections and knowledge base of your alliance. This accelerates your learning curve and expands your realm of possibility exponentially. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, a mastermind provides unconditional emotional support. Building an empire is a challenging, often lonely journey. There will be setbacks, rejections, and moments of intense pressure. Having a group of like-minded individuals who understand your struggles, who can empathize with your frustrations, and who can celebrate your victories, is absolutely invaluable for maintaining your mental and emotional resilience. This shared emotional energy becomes a powerful force field, protecting your burning desire and ensuring your persistence. Why do most people fail to form or leverage a mastermind alliance? Often, it's a deeply ingrained belief in rugged individualism, the idea that they must go it alone. It's also fear of asking for help, fear of vulnerability, fear of rejection, fear of not having anything to contribute. Many simply don't understand the profound power of this principle, seeing it as just a networking group rather than a synergistic force for collective visualization and manifestation. They choose the wrong members, or fail to define a clear, definite purpose for the group, leading to unfocused discussions rather than powerful collaboration. Consider the legendary vagabonds, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and John Burroughs. These titans of industry didn't just casually spend time together, they formed an informal yet incredibly powerful mastermind alliance. They traveled together, brainstormed together, challenged each other's ideas, and reinforced each other's monumental visions. Their collective genius and unwavering support for each other's definite chief aims undoubtedly amplified their individual successes beyond what any of them could have achieved alone. Their individual visualizations fed into a collective energy that manifested incredible innovations and wealth. Practical steps for forming your own mastermind alliance. First, define your definite purpose for the alliance. Before you even seek members, clearly articulate what the mastermind will work towards. Is it collective problem solving for individual businesses? Is it to support each other in achieving specific personal goals? Is it to develop a new industry? A definite purpose for the group is as crucial as an individual definite chief aim. Second, choose members carefully. This is paramount. Look for individuals who are ambitious and action-oriented. They must be committed to growth and execution, complementary in skills/knowledge. Diverse perspectives are powerful, positive and supportive. Avoid critics, cynics, or those who drain energy. Harmony is key, committed and trustworthy. Reliability and confidentiality are non-negotiable, possess a burning desire for their own goals. They must be on a similar trajectory of personal achievement. Third, set clear rules and expectations. Establish meeting frequency, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, duration, location, virtual or in person, and a structured agenda. How will decisions be made? What are the rules for participation and confidentiality? Clear guidelines foster harmony and productivity. Fourth, actively participate and be a giver. A mastermind is not a place to passively receive. You must actively contribute your insights, ask probing questions, offer support, and share your resources. The more you pour into the collective well, the more abundantly it will return to you. Remember, the third mind is only as powerful as the contributions of its members. Fifth, maintain the spirit of harmony. Disagreements will arise, but they must be handled with respect and a shared commitment to the group's definite purpose. True harmony means transcending ego for the collective good. Have you ever considered the invisible power of collective minds? What kind of vision could you amplify if you surrounded yourself with the right individuals? Who are 1 to 3 people you know, or aspire to know, who share your ambition and could form the genesis of your first mastermind alliance? Share your ideas in the comments below. The seeds of your collective empire could be planted right now. You've learned the shocking truth about visualization and the emotional fuel that ignites it. Now you understand the exponential power of aligning with other brilliant minds. But even the most brilliant strategy and powerful alliance can crumble without the unyielding force of persistence. In our final section, we will reveal how persistence, combined with your refined visualization and a mastermind support, becomes the ultimate unstoppable force, guaranteeing the manifestation of your empire. Don't dare to leave now. Your destiny awaits. You've learned the shocking truth about visualization and the emotional fuel that ignites it. Now you understand the exponential power of aligning with other brilliant minds. But even the most brilliant strategy and powerful alliance can crumble without the unyielding force of persistence. In our final section, we will reveal how persistence, combined with your refined visualization and a mastermind support, becomes the ultimate unstoppable force, guaranteeing the manifestation of your empire. Don't dare to leave now. Your destiny awaits. You have the vision, the emotional fuel, the collective wisdom of your mastermind alliance. You've laid the mental, emotional, and strategic groundwork. But even the most brilliant blueprint remains just a drawing until it meets the unyielding force of persistence. This is the razor's edge where most people falter, where dreams wither on the vine, and where the few truly invincible individuals secure their destiny. This is the shocking truth that separates the perpetually aspiring from the undeniably achieving. Persistence is your guarantee of manifestation. Why do most people fail, despite having talent, desire, and even a clear vision? Because they quit. They stop digging just feet from the gold. They abandon their definite chief aim at the first sign of opposition, the first whisper of doubt, or the first experience of what Napoleon Hill so precisely termed temporary defeat. They confuse a setback with a stopping point. They allow the fear of criticism, the sting of a failed attempt, or the sheer weight of continuous effort to erode their resolve. And in that moment of surrender, their powerful visualizations, their burning desires, and their strategic plans become meaningless. Persistence is far more than just not quitting. It is a state of mind, a deliberate, conscious choice to continue, adapt, and learn, relentlessly pursuing your definite chief aim, even when the path is obscured, the critics are loud, and every fiber of your being screams for retreat. It is the steady, unyielding pressure that, over time, carves mountains and bends steel. It is the unyielding force that transforms an invisible thought into a tangible reality. Consider the common reasons for the lack of persistence. Firstly, a lack of a definite chief aim. If you don't know precisely what you're aiming for, if your vision is fuzzy or subject to daily whims, you have nothing solid to persist towards. Hill taught us that a vague desire will yield vague results. Persistence requires a fixed target, a burning desire that acts as your internal GPS, guiding you through every storm. Secondly, a lack of burning desire. Persistence is not a logical act, it is an emotional one. If your desire isn't white-hot, if it's merely a lukewarm wish, you will buckle under the first sign of pressure. The emotional fuel we discussed earlier is what sustains you through the long haul. Without it, persistence is a chore, easily abandoned. Thirdly, the insidious habits of procrastination and indecision. These are the silent assassins of persistence. Every time you delay an action, every time you waver on a decision, you weaken the muscle of your will. This erosion of self-discipline makes it exponentially harder to persist when true challenges arise. Fourthly, the fear of criticism or failure. Most people are terrified of looking foolish, of being judged, of experiencing the sting of a public setback. So, they play it safe, they pull back, or they quit preemptively rather than face the possibility of a stumble. But the invincible individual understands that temporary defeat is merely feedback, a necessary component of learning and growth. Hill emphasized that nearly all successful people faced overwhelming temporary defeats before achieving their breakthroughs. The difference was their attitude towards those defeats. They visualized not just the goal, but themselves overcoming the setbacks. Fifthly, going it alone, without a mastermind alliance. We've established the power of collective intelligence and emotional support. Without it, the burden of persistence falls entirely on your individual shoulders, making it much easier to feel overwhelmed and isolated when challenges mount. Your mastermind can provide the courage, the perspective, and the accountability needed to keep you pushing forward when your own reserves are low. Persistence is the ultimate test of your faith. It's easy to have faith when things are going well. True faith, the kind that moves mountains and manifests empires, is demonstrated when you continue to believe, continue to visualize, and continue to act, even when external evidence suggests the opposite. It is in these moments of unyielding effort against seemingly impossible odds that the universe, or infinite intelligence, begins to conspire in your favor. Think of Abraham Lincoln. His life was a litany of failures before his ultimate success. He failed in business, suffered nervous breakdowns, was defeated in multiple elections. Yet, he persisted. He cultivated a vision for his country, a burning desire for justice, and an unwavering belief in his purpose, despite overwhelming criticism and repeated defeats. He understood that each setback was merely a temporary detour, a lesson learned, a stepping stone on a longer path. His inner visualization of a united nation and his role in it was so potent that it fueled decades of unyielding persistence. Or consider J.K. Rowling. Rejected by countless publishers, facing dire financial straits, she could have easily given up on her vision for a magical world. But her definite chief aim, her burning desire, and her internal visualization of Harry Potter were so strong that she persisted through every no, until one small publisher, just 26 years ago from now, saw what she saw. Her persistence, fueled by that vivid inner world, unlocked an empire. Practical steps to cultivate unyielding persistence. First, reaffirm your definite chief aim daily. With emotion, this is the anchor. Remind yourself why you are persisting. What is that vivid picture in your mind? What does it feel like? This emotional connection will pull you forward when willpower alone falters. Second, embrace the never quit identity. Make it a non-negotiable part of who you are. Tell yourself, I am a persistent person. I do not quit. Temporary defeat is just a signal to adjust. This auto-suggestion hardwires the belief into your subconscious. Third, learn from every setback, then re-strategize. When you encounter an obstacle, don't just hit a wall. Analyze it. What did you learn? What needs to change in your approach? Then, with the help of your mastermind, if possible, adjust your plan and persist more intelligently. Visualize the solution, not just the problem. Fourth, actively lean on your mastermind alliance. When you feel depleted, reach out to your mastermind. Share your struggles, ask for advice, receive their encouragement and accountability. They are your emotional and strategic lifeline, helping you maintain the faith and find new ways to persist. Fifth, celebrate small wins to build momentum. Persistence isn't just about grinding through the big battles, it's about acknowledging and celebrating the small victories along the way. Each small win builds momentum, reinforces your belief, and provides the psychological fuel to continue. And finally, visualize the through. Don't just visualize the end goal. Visualize yourself successfully navigating the process of getting there. See yourself overcoming specific challenges, pushing through moments of doubt, feeling the resilience, and emerging victorious from temporary defeats. This prepares your mind for the reality of the journey, making persistence feel less like a struggle and more like an expected part of the process. The shocking truth is that most people fail because they lack persistence, and they lack persistence because they haven't truly engaged the power of their definite chief aim, their burning desire, their emotional faith, and their mastermind alliance. These elements, when combined, create an indomitable spirit, an unyielding force that makes manifestation inevitable. Where in your life have you allowed temporary defeat to become a permanent failure? What's the biggest obstacle you're currently facing that you're tempted to give up on? And what specific act of persistence can you commit to today, knowing that it will move you closer to your grandest visualization? Share your commitment in the comments below. This is the ultimate test, the final hurdle. You have the knowledge, you have the tools. Now, it's time to apply them with unwavering, relentless, unbreakable persistence. Your empire is not a wish, it is a destiny waiting to be forged by your consistent, determined action. We've journeyed through the shocking truth of visualization, the emotional currents that power it, the collective intelligence that amplifies it, and now, the unyielding persistence that guarantees its manifestation. This isn't just a collection of ideas, it's a system, a philosophy, a blueprint for invincibility handed down by the masters of achievement. But knowing the blueprint isn't enough. The true power lies in its consistent, daily, relentless application, transforming these principles into an unshakable lifestyle. The reason most people fail to achieve enduring success isn't a single flaw, it's a failure to integrate these fundamental truths into a cohesive, daily practice. They dabble, they try for a week or a month, and then revert to old patterns. But the invincible individual understands that empire building is not a sprint, it is a marathon of disciplined habits, a continuous cycle of vision, emotion, alliance, and persistence. Your greatest asset in sustaining this journey is the cultivation of habit. Hill knew that thoughts, when repeatedly held and acted upon, eventually become automatic. This is why the morning routine, infused with the principles we've discussed, becomes so paramount. It's not just a good start to the day, it's the bedrock upon which all other habits of success are built. When you consistently visualize your empire, when you consistently fuel that vision with emotion, when you consistently leverage your mastermind, and when you consistently push through resistance every single morning, you are hardwiring your brain for success. You are literally programming yourself for achievement, making the behaviors that lead to your definite chief aim almost unconscious, almost effortless over time. Consider the compounding effect of these habits. A tiny daily shift in your visualization, compounded over weeks, months, and years, leads to monumental shifts in your reality. A small act of persistence today, repeated tomorrow and the day after, builds an unstoppable momentum. This is the power of the compound interest of effort, a concept often misunderstood but consistently demonstrated by every enduring success story. The journey will test you. There will be moments of doubt, moments of exhaustion, moments when the external world seems to conspire against your grandest visions. This is not a sign of failure, it is a test of your commitment, a crucible for your character. It is in these moments that your inner visualization, your burning desire, your faith, and your mastermind alliance will be your lifelines. It is in these moments that persistence transforms from a mere action into an identity. You are not just someone who persists, you are a persistent person. The shocking truth of why most fail boils down to this: they stop seeing it, they stop feeling it, they stop seeking collective wisdom, and they stop persisting. They allow the noise of the world, the whispers of doubt, and the temporary defeats to overwrite the blueprint of their dreams in their own minds. But you, the individual watching this now, are different. You have sought this truth. You understand the profound mechanisms at play. You know that the power to manifest your empire lies not in external circumstances, but in the unwavering clarity of your inner vision, fueled by emotion, amplified by alliance, and guaranteed by persistence. Your empire is not a distant dream, it is an imminent reality, waiting to be unleashed by your consistent, unwavering commitment. This is your call to action, not just for today, but for every single day moving forward. First, recommit to your daily visualization, make it non-negotiable. See your empire with vivid clarity, feel its reality with burning emotion, every single day. This is the cornerstone. Second, cultivate unwavering faith, drown out the whispers of doubt with declarations of certainty. Remind yourself that you are a co-creator with infinite intelligence, and that your definite chief aim is already manifesting. Third, leverage your mastermind alliance. Actively seek out and engage with individuals who amplify your vision and provide collective wisdom. Be a contributor, be a receiver. This network of minds will be your greatest support system. Fourth, embrace persistence as your identity, make it a core value. Understand that every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Never, ever, allow temporary defeat to become a permanent failure. The power to succeed, to build the life you truly desire, to manifest your most audacious dreams, has always resided within you. The shocking truth is that most fail because they fail to tap into this innate power, allowing their inner vision to be dictated by external fear and doubt. But now, you know. Now, you see. Now, you have the blueprint. If this video has ignited a fire within you, if it has shifted your perspective and empowered your vision, then please, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications to stay connected to this powerful movement. And as you step forward, as you begin to embody these principles, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me, what is the single most important habit or mindset shift you will commit to integrating into your daily life, starting right now, to ensure the manifestation of your empire? Your empire is waiting. Your destiny is calling. Go forth, with clear vision, burning desire, collective wisdom, and unyielding persistence. The world awaits your manifestation. You are invincible. Now, go build.